Hey guys, it's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and I have one hell of a car for you. I have a 2006 Ford GT. Let me give you a little history lesson about the Ford GT. Ford came back out with this Ford GT in 2005 and 2006. The reason why they created it was to have a little bit of heritage going back to the original Ford GT40s in the 1960s. What I really love about these cars is that they brought some 21st century into the styling, but when you see it, it looks like a Ford GT40 from the past. Now, if you're wondering why they didn't call it a Ford GT40, this one is not 40 inches tall from the roof. The original Ford GT40s, the reason why they call it that is that it was 40 inches from the roof line down to the ground. This one is still very low, but it's not 40 inches. What's really wild about this one is that it's a V8 supercharged, so you're putting out over 500 horsepower. What's incredible about these cars is, guess what? They're going up in value. You know, a lot of times if you want to invest in a car, you are going to have to buy something older, you're going to have to hold on to it for a while, and then maybe you might make some money on it. Even though this car is a little bit more than a decade old, they have skyrocketed in value. This car was originally MSRP for $189,000. Depending on the mileage and depending on who's bidding against it, prices have gone up over $200,000, sometimes $300,000 depending on the options. Let me tell you a little bit about those options. I'm actually sitting by two of them. These have the optional wheels and your optional colored brakes. Those were choices. You had a total of 4 of them. You also have, if we pan up on the top here, on the back engine cover, you have the white racing stripe. So that was another option that this one has. If you look, what I really like what Ford did is, this reminds me of some of that Italian styling. You see that supercharged V8 from underneath the back window here, and that really adds to the styling. And that's what's really great about this car is it's not just a fast car, it's about having the styling, having the performance. This thing at full speed, the sound of it would just be mind-blowing. If you look down here in the back of the car, just like the original GT40s, there's a lot of open area. Obviously this engine being a V8, being supercharged, is producing a lot of heat. A lot of that exhaust heat and whatnot will come out through the bodywork. I really love the taillights, harks back to the original GT40, and I love the center exhaust in here. They really took their time. The engineers, I don't envy them that had to design this car, because I'm sure Ford really wanted them to be able to keep that styling from the past, but make it fresh, make it new, and I'm telling you, they hit the nail on the head. Let's go ahead and pan around the side here. Like I was saying, this has the option of the white racing stripes. You have this beautiful white stripe down here that lets you know it's a Ford GT, and I really think this Kona blue color is really the hot color to have. You could get in a lot of other colors. The one that really brings in the most money though is going to be that Gulf livery with the light baby blue and the orange racing stripes. I like that one, but I personally rather have this one parked in my garage. Let's go ahead around to the front. I'm telling you, every time I get in front of one of these Ford GTs, I feel like I'm back in the 60s, standing in front of a GT40 on the pit road at the 24 Hours of Daytona. These cars are just amazing. Ford really put a lot of engineering, took a lot of time, and right now people are noticing the price is skyrocketing. So if you want one, you better have a pretty big checkbook because the prices just keep going up every auction. Lastly, let's just take a look here. You can see everything is functional. I really like how they have the brake cooling ducts. I really like the lower fog lamps, and I really just, you know, the way the emblem sits with the racing lines, and of course, check out this hood. Now, obviously, with this being a rear-engine car, the radiator is up front. This is going to help cool those radiators because it's a heat extractor. Hot air comes out of these vents. The styling is spot on with this car, and this is definitely one of my favorites of all time. If I ever get an opportunity, I definitely would want to have one of these parked in my garage. But just like always, I appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. And if you have a ride that you want to see featured on Raiti's Rides, leave me a comment in the comment section. Visit my website, raitisrides.com. And like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.